Hi there, it's real estate coach Josh Vegan, and welcome to today's coaching tip, and it's all about something called jobs done. Now, what are the jobs that you actually get done for the customer, and why does that matter? You see, in a world where we're all struggling to determine what our value is to the consumer so we can actually charge the fee that we're worth, it's really important that we understand what is the job that we're getting done for the customer. Now, to give you a bit of an idea on this, when I ask agents this, a lot of them say, we sell their house, we maximize the sale price, well, we help them make decisions. And whilst all those things aren't wrong, the reality of it is that we've got to really think about what the jobs are that we're getting done. The first thing is that I'm living in a property right now, and I'm starting to get a little bit dissatisfied about the current property. Maybe it might be too small, maybe I need to move closer to a particular school area, maybe I've got a job relocation coming up and it's going to be too far to commute. So when I know that I'm dissatisfied, one of the things that a real estate agent does is they actually help me to find a vision on what it is that I want to pursue. And that means doing great buyer work to help me find a property that might be in the area that I'm looking to move. Once you do that and you find me the property, then all of a sudden I need to sell my existing one. And so it's not just about selling it, it's about helping me to maximize my sale price. Now, what a great agent will do is that they'll ask the customer a very simple question: are you prepared to invest to actually sell your property for even more? And what I mean by that is that we know that with the modern consumer today, because they are so time poor, they're looking for a property where everything is already done. If you're in a position that you've painted the property, that you've put new carpet down, that you've made that real effort to make sure the gardens really shine, then all of a sudden when a buyer walks through, they're going to say, you know what, this is easy to live here. I'm just going to bring my t-shirt and my shorts and I'm going to buy the property and just move in. And if that can happen, that will actually maximize the sale price. So inside of a real estate agency, we already have a list of great tradespeople because they've been doing all the maintenance and the upgrades on all the investment properties that we manage in our property management departments. So what we really need to do is to start to say, okay, would it be of assistance for us to actually help that client to get all of those things done? You know, here's a great example that when someone moves into a property, they get gas, electricity, and the internet reconnected. When they move out of a property, they need to disconnect their gas, electricity, internet, and phone. And so what you want to think about, can we help people in getting that job done? One of the classics when I moved into my new property is that number one, I needed to organise a removalist well before the actual moving day. And also on the day of moving in, I had a locksmith around that rekeyed all of the locks on the inside of my home to then make sure that I was the only one that had all the keys to the property. So these are some of the examples of the jobs that you're getting done for the customer. Now, there was a period in mobile phone development when the BlackBerry became really big, and it was the difference between the Nokia and the iPhone. There was about an 18-month period where BlackBerry really nailed it inside of the business world. Now, how did that happen? Well, the one job that BlackBerry did really well, and they were the first to market with it, was email on a mobile device. And from that time frame, from when they were in the Nokia right the way through to the iPhone, the BlackBerry came through because it did one job really well that all the other phones didn't do at that point in time. So it's really important to see that if you can understand what the job is that you get done for the customer, then all of a sudden that might be the number one reason why they use you. Let's say, for example, that you have someone come in who prepares a property before it goes to an open for inspection. So each and every Saturday, they come through, rake up all of the leaves, they sweep down all of the paths, they do all of the little things like deep cobweb and actually make sure the property is at presentation standard. Would that be a job that you could get done for the customer and one that they would find valuable? You bet. So your job as a great real estate agent is to become the customer. So if you would sell what John Smith buys, then you must sell through John Smith's eyes. So understand what are the jobs that they need to get done and what are the jobs that you can do for them to alleviate that stress and that pain. And that will set you apart as a great real estate agent. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.